What's up, people? Welcome back to another explanation video. This time I'm gonna go over how to farm a lot of shards in this game. This is probably the best way you can do it currently. And yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna show in the video. So from floor 10, 30, 50, 70, 90s in order. So that way you guys can see the chests and the amount of shards it drops. And of course, this is on supreme difficulty, and you will get more shards. Um, like these are the new floor bosses they planted in the new update. So there's no longer a like those dungeons no longer are like empties or anything, but they will have a lot more things you can explore. But these bosses drops a lot of shards when you beat it, when you open the chests. So in order to reset these, you see the crystals. There's one in the front, one in the back. All you gotta do is save and quit, then come back. Because like the higher one, you can travel backward. So the best way is save and quit. That is the fastest way, to be honest, because even if you can travel back, your buff's still cooling down, so you might as well just save and quit, reload and redo. And that way every time you kill it, you can open the chest, and then that way you can just farm shards like that. And the higher the floors, the better, the more shards you'll get. So from like floor 90s, you can get up to 23 M shards and 23 L shards. So you will get all the colors. So that's what they meant by in the patch note. They implemented you can farm a lot of shards from the dungeons, but you just have to play the DLC. There's no abandon, there is no multiplayer. It's all solo. You do exactly what you do to go through the story to get to the floor, then you kill them. One more advice though, the enemies aren't as easy compared to the original Supreme run. So there's a lot of tough enemies in the dungeon, so you can kill them and they will drop shards as well. Not just the floor bosses, but like many enemies. They can drop all the chests, all the mobs. They have pretty high chance to drop M shards and L shards. You can get it from the pretty much everybody, like I say. Yeah, and you just keep doing that over and over until you get the amount of shards. But one thing though, you have to abandon the dungeon to get out. I mean, once you reach floor 90, there's really no other ways to get out. But maybe if you're earlier, you can go upgrade your stuff. But it is pretty much like a one-way trip. Just make sure that you farm as much as you want, and at floor 80s and 90s, there's no time limits anymore. You can stay as long as you want until you satisfy farming with shards. These floor bosses aren't the hardest to do. I mean, to be honest, the mutated beasts in there are actually much more tankier than these floor bosses. With your normal builds and stuff, it's more than enough to kill them, so don't really need to go depth what builds you will need, but they are pretty squishy compared to the rest of the enemy. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.